Welcome to this episode of Biz Checkouts, Bizcommunity's soundbite-sized news to go, made possible by Yonder, a specialist solutions provider in the Meta ecosystem, and ROI Hunter, a performance-driven marketing company allowing enhanced advertising on Facebook, Instagram, and Google. I'm your host, Angie White, and I'm very excited to introduce today's guests. Fiona Potgieter is the COO of Yonder, and Parul Mehta is the lead customer success manager of ROI Hunter, and they'll be sharing behind-the-scenes details about the overarching KFC eCommerce Always On campaign. Welcome, Fiona and Parul. Fiona, I'm going to direct my first question to you. Tell me what sparked the idea to partner with ROI Hunter?
Well, a few years ago, we had a brand that would have that liked to do alcohol advertising on Facebook, and we had to do that overlay to say that the products aren't available to people under 18. And we realized that when we tried to put an overlay onto our dynamic ads that was pulling from the website, that we couldn't do the same on Instagram as a placement. So effectively, it meant we either had to make a decision of only spending our money on Facebook as the Facebook feed, or doing all placements, which we know is best practice. So we reached out to Facebook and they recommended that we speak to ROI Hunter. And through that, we actually managed to then do the overlay on both platforms. And we really enjoyed the flexibility that this and other features provided us.
Awesome. Sounds like a match made in heaven. And then tell me, why was there a need or a solution that needed to be addressed with the KFC e-commerce Always On campaign?
So through this account that we were doing the alcohol for, we actually realized that the ROI Hunter tool had a lot more to offer than just the overlays. So we started utilizing their product insights tool to really ensure that we could serve the right product to the right person at the right time, as well as, utilize what is selling on other channels in Facebook to ensure that the right ads are served that will drive return on investment. So effectively, with KFC being such a huge client to us and we needed to scale their e-commerce quite fast, we onboarded ROI Hunter to utilize these product insights. And within a very short period, we saw amazing results.
I'm sure. And it's amazing that you've gotten those results. But speaking of results, tell us, how has the COVID pandemic affected the ideation or planned marketing for this campaign?
Well, so the lucky thing for us, because we were using dynamic ads, it meant that we were effectively using user behavior to influence what people were seeing. So I kind of think before we even knew what was hitting us, machine learning could already start adjusting to how people changed their behavior through the pandemic. And we were kind of ready for it. We just adjusted, we used the user behavior to influence, what we were doing. And I think we had a really good result, and we still drove great sales regardless of what happened in the world. Yeah.
Definitely good use of machine learning. I couldn't agree more. And then, Parul, I'm going to direct my next question to you. Which channels did you use to bring the campaign to life, and how did ROI Hunter specifically add value?
So we used Facebook and Instagram together. And as ROI Hunter is a product marketing platform that collects the product performance data or SKU performance data from each channel and combine it into a single source of truth. And now this enabled us to utilize the insights from not only the major data sources, but also enabled us to compare and use the cross-channel insights. So imagine finding out what products are selling from the Google Shopping campaigns and then push them on Facebook. So this was quite interesting. And using this data, we were able to automate the promotion of the best-selling products and even the top trending menu. And finally, we had a built-in template editor. So that makes it simple to scale this data-driven promotion, even at scale, and accommodating the theme and look of KFC without the help of any external efforts from the graphic designers.
Sounds like there was a lot of streamlining going on there. Very effective. And then tell me, what were the results and what strategies did you use at different stages of the funnel?
Yeah, definitely. So by choosing the right menu for the audiences at different stages in the funnel, we saw an incredible increase in return on ad spends. So more than 2 times higher the return on ad spends. And that's just from the initial experiments. So I'll give some examples of how we implemented the strategy. when it came to prospecting or acquiring the new users, we, along with Yonder, we identified the product insights, and automate the real-time promotion of the best-selling products for KFC. And so this helped us gaining the immediate traction with the new customers. We also implemented the right remarketing strategy and the retention strategy by showing specific products to people who had expressed interest in them by, viewing them online or adding them to the cart, etc. And KFC, with help of amazing and really expert Yonder team, next adopted the product insights at a scale. So this influenced the entire marketing funnel from the top to the bottom. And once this was implemented, our return of ad spends even went 5 times higher than before.
That's amazing. That's really, really great results. And then on that note, did you experience any challenges with this campaign?
Yes, there were two major challenges. One was around the integrations, and second was implementation of the dynamic ads, which is a bit technical in the beginning. So for the integration part, since we integrated like product performance data from various sources, and it's important to see that data is correctly appearing, and it can be challenging without experience, but using ROI Hunter platform, we were able to optimize this process and make it like very quick and straightforward. And the second part, which is about setting up the dynamic ads. So we ensured that the technical setup was correct, the feeds, the pixels, the SDKs were firing correctly, and we are collecting right parameters and sending the right signals to the Facebook from the beginning. So that was important.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Parul. And then Fiona, I'm going to ask you to share if you have any standout memory from the campaign, any lessons learned, or any insights that you'd like to share.
I'll never forget the day that Parul shared a specific slide with us where she was showing us the disjoint between what was actually selling and driving high business value from the website point of view versus the ads that we were serving, the products that we were serving in feed, and what our impressions were going towards. And I realized, even though we were doing very well at the time, already utilizing the tool, there was a massive golden nugget that we could just grab and increase our results very, very fast. And everyone that knows me at Yonder, I've always said, if you spend money, spend your client's money as if it was your own. So I just felt so good and I'll always remember that you really feel like you've got information and access to something that can really help your client be better. So yes, that's a big standout moment for me. And other than that, it's just the whole relationship with the ROI Hunter team. One thing that was always important for us was to remain the custodians with the client, of the relationship with the clients. And our relationship with ROI Hunter is where everything happens. What happens at client side is still between us and KFC. And ROI Hunter is literally a part of Yonder. And I can really say that as a third party, that is something that we as agencies really, really appreciate. Yeah, so that's another standout. And big hoo-ha to them.
Lovely. It's really, really awesome when companies can have such great relationships and you can build such great relationships with agencies as well. So that's a really great standout memory and standout example. And then the next question I'm going to direct to both of you. I just want to know if you have any plans to expand on this campaign. Fiona, maybe you can go first and then Parul can jump in.
Yeah, so the results speak for themselves. I cannot really imagine us not having access to this tool. It would be quite a shock for us if we were not to use it. So based on the results, definitely. And I just think in a world where we live, where there's increasing data policies and we have less and less signals as advertisers to utilize to improve performance, what we love is when we get access to additional information sources and to capitalize on those sources. And what the ROI Hunter team has really done and their whole tool and the angle that they use on product insights has really allowed us to stay ahead of the game, really make sure that we can still provide our clients with good results, regardless of all the limitations that we face.
I will echo what Fiona said, especially like when the product data, it has really nothing to do with the individual user data. And the marketing teams will spend less energy, less amount of time abiding by the changes, especially related to the consumer data privacy policies and making the product data a wise investment for the future.
Lovely. Thank you so much. And then last but not least, how can people get in touch with both of you ladies?
Well, to get in touch with Yonder, you can visit www.yonder.co.za and just complete our contact us form, and someone will get back to you as soon as possible. So please just put your query in there so we also know where to direct your query.
And to reach out to ROI Hunter, you can go to www.roihunter.com and send us an inquiry via contact sales, or you can use our chat support.
And that's a wrap on today's show, with thanks to Yonder and ROI Hunter for making it possible. It's Biz Tech Notes. Take it where you like it, when you like it. Bye for now.